Really great to have you with us. I want to start by asking you how the government, including the example of Rio de Janeiro's leader right there in that video, how the government has exacerbated the situation there.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to talk about the reality in Brazil. The federal government has not prepared at all for this pandemic, even though Brazil have a few months watching the other countries fighting COVID-19. Beyond just dismissing the pandemic and not allowing the Minister of Health to follow the scientific recommendations, they also have defended our public health system for years. And Rio de Janeiro is a perfect example because it's one of our most populous states with Rio, which is our tourism capital. But even there, the health system has been deprived of money and resources because of all the corruption going on. Many governors in Rio have been arrested at this point, and this one seems to be not that different. Even though he was elected supporting Jair Bolsonaro, he now claims himself to be an opposition and to be a target of the federal police. But at this point, it's hard to believe because he has hired NGOs to run and implement new hospitals for the COVID-19 specifically, and they were supposed to have like 7 hospitals by now, and they only have 1. The situation in Rio is very concerning, and it also reflects the inability of the federal government to support the states, because if the federal government was doing his job and doing the national buyers and dealing with respirators and PPEs as they should be, as is the role of the Minister of Health in Brazil, the governors would not be needing to fight towards trying to buy internationally without a power of negotiation and creating those. And that's what we see there in real excuses to buy high expensive respirators when we should be controlling
Luisa,
all of that.
Right. I just want to jump in for a second, Luisa. So Brazil has now found itself at the center of this pandemic, and yet there is still no change from the government in their approach to this pandemic. So what needs to happen from here?
Well, I don't think this government is going to change. They haven't stopped their fascist program. They're trying to destroy the health system for a long time and discredit science. So they just published a new protocol supporting the use of hydroxychloroquine, while WHO has suspended the studies, and we have large evidence that this not makes it better, but can make patients worse. So I don't think we can, at this point, counter the government. We have to make a clear opposition. But that means other states have to organize themselves to be able to respond to it. So the Northeast Consortium is one example. The 9 states from the Northeast region have joined forces. So that way they join their money, their technical resources, their knowledge, and to create strategies and a scientific committee that can actually answer in an organized way to this pandemic. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to live behind the situation, and many people still will suffer.
Luisa da Matta Machado Fernandes, we really appreciate you being with us. Thanks for that.